Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. Today we're going to try something different. On my channel, I like to talk everything and anything movie related, but sometimes there are things out there that are movie based that maybe don't warrant their own video, where I can't just make a full 5-10 minute video talking about the subject because it'll look embarrassing on the channel, man. Sometimes you guys don't show up to all the videos. So I'm thinking about starting as maybe once or twice a week I gather up a bunch of small news and compile them all into this one video. I'm gonna test it out for a while, see if it works out, see if you guys like it. Also, be sure you guys are hitting the like button if you like this kind of video. And based off the topics we talk about today, comment down below which story you liked, which one you didn't. You know your guys' opinions mean a lot to me. Alright, so one of the big things I want to start off with that I really did think about making its own video for, but I didn't know if there was enough people out there who saw the first movie. And if there wasn't, you need to check this thing out. Coming from Discussing Films, who had the exclusive on this, Don't Breathe 2, the sequel for Don't Breathe, is finally happening. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Fede Alvarez, the director of the first movie, will not be returning, which makes me a little sad, especially since he also did a great job with that Evil Dead remake. But the writer of the first film and that Evil Dead remake is going to be the one to direct this second film. His name is Rodo Segoyas. And look, before I go into spoiling the first movie and telling you why I'm excited for the second one, go check out the first movie, or skip to the next topic. That first Don't Breathe was a great freaking horror thriller. It was one of those rare horror movies where you didn't need some bodacious serial killer, you didn't need supernatural elements. No, it was just a couple of kids trying to rob a blind man, and this blind man was basically Daredevil. A sequel is something I've been waiting for, especially with the way they ended it. There's a lot of possibilities of what they could do, and now I'm reading what the sequel idea they have in mind is. And now I'm a little hesitant, okay? Here's what the plot is for the sequel. Don't Breathe 2 is set several years after the home invasion of the first movie, with the blind man living in quiet solace until his past sins catch up to him. So basically, the main character who survived in the first Don't Breathe is not going to be coming back. They're just going to completely ignore that story and let her live happily forever after. And instead, we're basically going to get the same movie. It's going to be a group of individuals coming to the old man's house, and the old man doing what he did to those other individuals from the first movie. Sam Raimi was quoted as saying that this is the best idea for a horror sequel he's ever heard of, but that right there does not sell me on it. I can only imagine that it's some army people or terrorist group people that he made enemies of in his days in war. But right now, I'm a little hesitant, but I still really want to see this sequel because that first movie was freaking fantastic. Let me know if you're excited for Don't Breathe 2. Jumping on to some more timely news that'll be going on this weekend, a lot of you out there are going to go watch Bad Boys for Life 3, and if you weren't planning to, I strongly suggest you do. I have a spoiler-free review on my channel, you can check it out. The movie completely surprised me, I had a blast with it, and this franchise looks to be going the Fast and Furious route, which kind of excites me. And it only further proves how good this movie was, because Bad Boys 4 is now in development and is gonna be happening. This shouldn't come as a surprise. This is actually the first Bad Boy movie to get a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. It is also planning for a $50 million opening at the box office, which is gonna be the highest grossing Bad Boys movie made so far. And I won't spoil it, but if you watch the movie and there is a post-credit scene, believe it or not, for Bad Boys, yeah, they're setting up a future here, and I'd be looking forward to it. My only thing is, like, what are you gonna title this thing? You already used the title Bad Boys for Life. What are you gonna call it? Bad Boys Forever? Bad Boys for Show? Bad Boys FOMO? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. The same writer is attached to come back. He did a great job with this script and making it interesting and compelling with all these twists and turns. If they can get the same directors from this third movie back, then I am completely on board. You guys need to let me know if you're excited for Bad Boys 4 or if you've seen Bad Boys 3 yet and what did you think. But jumping off the news from Bad Boys 4, it was also let know in this Hollywood Reporter article that the same writer who is working on Bad Boys 4, Jeremy Bruckheimer, will be working on the screenplay for National Treasure 3. Did you guys hear that? That was the whole world just screaming and cheering that this thing is finally happening. I don't know what it is about the National Treasure movies. Maybe it's the nostalgia factor that a lot of us are now grew up with these movies and just the marketing behind those movies. You remember those trailers? It's, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence Day, or I'm gonna kidnap the president. Just those ridiculous premises with Nicolas Cage as your star. They were cheesy fun, the clues involved. Yo, I've been wanting the third movie for the longest time, and now that it's actually happening, I'm pretty pumped about it. Now the question is, does this go in theaters? Or will it end up on Disney Plus? Because this is with Disney. My mind would love to say that it's going to go to theaters, but Disney is struggling to find content to stay on Disney Plus ever since The Mandalorian went ahead and left their platform, so have a lot of subscribers. National Treasure 3 might be something very exciting that would get people happy and go subscribe to, because there's all the buzz about it right now of people cheering that this is happening. The other question is, what was the story going to be about? Because like I said, we've gone ahead and stolen the Declaration of Independence. We've stolen the president himself. Now what are we going to stolen? There's nothing left to be stolen, okay? I don't think he wants to steal this new president. There's got to be something out there. There's got to be something catchy that they can go ahead and steal and go, I'm going to go ahead and blankety blank blank. And I'm Nicolas Cage. Other thing here I found interesting, but there's not that much information about it. We do have the Mortal Kombat animated movie logo out. This is what it'll be looking like. Titled Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. Now this will be on the streaming platform for Warner Brothers. They already do have a full cast list out of individuals who are attached to this movie. I have to wait and see what the animation looks like. Are you going for 3D animation? Is it typical 2D animation? How bloody are you making this thing? And is it at all connected to the live action reboot that you're coming out with, I believe, next year? I'm not super thrilled about it. I'm more excited for the live action series, but this could be a little fun side piece to behold until we get the live action movie. And one of the final things I'm going to go ahead and talk about, which I got to bring out my little buddy to talk about this with, we have the Chucky TV series finally going ahead and moving forward. It is so great that this thing has got the green lit. And just a little tidbit that we know they're working on it. Don Mancini went ahead and posted the team that'll be working in the writer's room for Chucky Season 1. Around my channel, we like to talk a lot about Chucky. He's helped me build this channel, so I always got to show him some love back. But this is interesting because most of those Chucky movies, whether you like them or hate them, it was always Don Mancini who had full control in the writing room. And now that we have this television series, we have a good, 7, 8 people there. It's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of character Chucky becomes with all these people in the room where Don Mancini doesn't have full control. I still think we're gonna get a great show, and I'm hoping for multiple seasons, but SYFY is notorious for canceling great shows. I just thought this photo got me really excited to check out that TV series, and I hope we get more information on that soon. But anyways, guys, those are just a bunch of little small topics that came up that made me really interested and want to talk about. They just didn't warrant a full video by themselves. Let me know if you guys like this style type of video. Also, I don't have a name for these kind of videos. I think it'd be lame to just call it small talk or small movie talk or movie news. Give me a creative name down below and I might reward you and buy that name from you. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.